It's not really the riches and the fast cars, etc., that we crave. It's the honor and love, if you like, that they are a conduit to, that they are perhaps the only conduit to. And that's a different way of looking at so-called greed. The next time you walk down the road and you see somebody driving a Ferrari, don't think this is somebody who's greedy, who's materialistic. Think first and foremost, this is somebody with an incredibly intense need for love, who has not been able to find the honor and respect they need in normal ways, and therefore, they're needing so much more stuff in order to feel they have the right to exist.
So I'm gonna rent a board today and go surfing. Today is my second to last day in Hawaii. Just a brief tour of my room. Beautiful. This place is called the Sand Villa. Beautiful view out the window. It's very noisy in here though. Hard to sleep because of all the traffic on that road below. Right, so going surfing today. The place where I'm gonna rent the surfboard. So this place is called Moku. It's located in the basement down below a Mexican restaurant. It has $20 a day board rentals, which is less than half of what it costs on the beach. Wow. This amazing view of Waikiki Beach is from the second story of the Hyatt Hotel, which is just across the street. So I came across this yellow Lamborghini, which is not as cool as Magnum PI's red Ferrari, but nonetheless had an interesting license plate. This is a statue of Duke Kahanamoku. He was a native Hawaiian, an Olympic gold medalist, and a competitive swimmer that helped to popularize the ancient sport of surfing. He did it by giving demonstrations throughout the world, including in places like Paris. In June 1925, a fishing vessel had capsized off the coast of Hawaii. Utilizing his surfboard, he made several trips back and forth rescuing fishermen. Since then, surfboards have become pretty much standard equipment for lifeguards throughout the world as a way of rescuing people that are drowning off the coast of beaches. On a good day, Waikiki Beach is one of the best places in the world to learn to surf. The waves break on the outer bank of the reef and gently roll in shore. In the 1800s, Waikiki Beach was a retreat for Hawaii royals who enjoyed surfing on early forms of surfboards called longboards. They were made of wood from a local tree called koa and were pretty heavy to carry. The mountain on the left-hand side is actually an inactive volcano called Diamond Head. Yeah, so going out in the morning is probably a really good idea in Hawaii as far as being out on the water. Because the sun really gets intense by noon. The surfboard came with a mounting clip for a GoPro, but unfortunately I didn't have one of those. All I had was my Samsung phone, so I was using it for recording these clips, which in the end turned out to be a really bad idea actually, because once I got it wet, it never quite recovered to what it was, and every time I tried charging it, it kept going into panic mode, and I had to reset it, and it just turned out to be a total pain after this. Next time I'm in Hawaii, I'll definitely bring an action camera. So it was a really calm day. The waves were very small. It was hard to catch a wave actually. And if you did, you weren't staying on for very long. So it's actually, I guess one of the benefits of taking lessons is they will actually push you at the right second, which is really hard to time when you're just first starting, that exact moment when the wave breaks. So they'll position you and push you at that right second that you need to be pushed. It's actually, I think one of the things that people wow at when they see professional surfers is how they surf the actual wave, but timing the wave is just as hard. After a while, my ribs started to hurt really bad. So I decided to get a new board. I don't think most people realize how remote Hawaii really is. The distances involved. Japan to the left is 4,000 miles. The US mainland to the right is 2,500 miles. I've driven 2,500 miles by car before, and it took me over 5 days of driving. It amazes me Hawaii was actually discovered over 1,600 years ago by Polynesian sailors in wooden canoes coming over 2,000 miles all the way from the Marquesas Islands, navigating with just the stars. By this point it was around noon and I was going to meet my friend for lunch, so I had to quickly roll up my mat and get ready to go. It's a little bit exhausted from the sun, to tell you the truth. Yeah, so it's still pretty awesome to be out here for sure. I would say maybe if not if you're homeless, but all those people on vacation, for sure.
So we were typically eating at McDonald's, and I guess one of the funniest moments that happened during this entire trip happened here. So my friend got in a dispute with an Elvis impersonator over a table. The guy must have been in his late 60s or so, and surprisingly intimidating for such an old man. I swear he could have been a character in a Quentin Tarantino movie. By the way, Elvis Hawaii movies are pretty awesome.